Hi, this is Chantal from ThePurringCatStudio and welcome to my channel. Today I will do part of the journal. For those of you who watched the last video, I made this journal topper, if you can call it this way. In other words, what will be the cover, of the journal. And now, of course, I have to make the journal. So I don't know how far I will go today in the journal making process, but if you want to jump in with me after the intro, let's see together what we're going to do today. Okay, so as I was explaining in my intro, I want to do at least the outside of the journal. So I had a box of, yes, we call them num-nums because it is very yummy. So, pardon me. I'll try and pause every time I feel the need to cough or cut it in when I edit the video. I am quite sick, so I'll do my best. So yeah, we had this box, and of course we ate all the ice cream. And I kept it, and I think it's a perfect, I did trim it to, what I needed. And I think this will be perfect because I will cover it with fabric. And then I will put this on top. Now the question is, what fabric will I be using? Okay, so I changed the angle at the same time as I was asking this question. And here's my choice. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna take this sticker out. Okay, I had three ideas, I think. So I love this. I didn't think it would be the best fabric at first because I thought maybe it's a little too modern, but then I'm realizing it's not modern at all. It's actually looked like vintage tapestries of some sort. So I really love this. Now I could have it go with the pattern this way. I'm gonna try and make you see without the glare, or of course I think this way because it's also vertical. The pattern is vertical this way, if you will. So yeah, I think this might be better. So there's this one, because then also, let's not forget, in the front cover, you won't see much of the fabric. Okay, let's not kid ourselves, because I'm going to show you again. There's not that much. Actually, the top and bottom will be covered because I will be using this. I absolutely need this. This is nice, fluffy, super soft, goldish cream. Oh, it's just fabulous. It's candy for the eyes and the feel. But once I put the fabric on this and then glue this on the top and bottom, fabric goes bye-bye. However, we will see the fabric on each side, on the whatever this is called, and of course the back. I will put an image in the back. I just haven't made it yet. I always put something in the back. Rarely, maybe once I didn't put anything in the back, but I think it's just once that it happened, just because it looked fine the way it was. This might be the case as well. I don't know. So I have this choice of fabric. I also thought of this fabric. Now I'm just wondering even if I have enough. So before I get all excited here, you know what? I don't think I have enough. Oh, wait. Yeah. It will be tight for the sides, but I would have just enough because, yeah, I go in the corners and then I flap this. Yes. Wow, that came close. Okay. So I had this idea, which then, of course, with the trim, let me just put that back. So it gives it, let me lift it for you. I hope you can see how soft and just really so soft. It makes it all. So I like that. I also thought, and here's, now as I'm saying it to you, I'm feeling it's not going to be a good idea, and here's why. So at first I thought, how about if I put black first? Okay, so I would be cutting like, oops, sorry about the camera. I would be cutting, so I'm going to show you right here where it's going to show. A tiny, tiny black border, whether it's on fabric or cardstock. I think I have one piece of black. And then it would frame black around so that it makes this pop. Because as you can see, the black and white image, the black pops more with some black. And then you would see this fabric. Of course, on top you won't see the black because again, once I put this, it goes away. But you will see a tiny bit of the black on each side before you see this. I don't know what to do. This is very soft, but I think this, let me go back to the first one. Whoops. Let me see. I really just love how, I don't know, this really looks like old vintage fabric to me. So it would be this way. You would just see about that, let's say, right there. And then you would see this on top, all around on each side. I mean, yeah, the more, and the black does make the image pop like I wanted. And the white, well, you know what? I'm going to take a second. I'll be back. And then you'll see what I decided. Okay, well, as much as I love this fabric, I think I'm going to try. And I say try because, well, I think we're going to go with this. And instead of fabric, I did find a piece of, it's black watercolor, actually. Black watercolor paper. You know, when if you want to paint with iridescent paints. So I just remembered I had that, which would be a lot better. And then it would be like this. And then we would put the top. Oh yeah, this is just really rich, I find. Oh, that's just beautiful. I think it makes everything pop. So that's what we're going to do. But first, I'm going to glue this to this. So I hope, I tried to change the angle of the camera and for some reason it keeps kind of falling down. I want you to see as much as possible. Hold on, maybe, and then it's gonna be in my way. So that's the thing too, is when I get it higher, then I have to get it closer. It's over. I need a better camera stand. Let's just say that. Actually, I would need a real camera to start with because this is my phone. Anyways, I hope you'll see as much as possible. Okay, so I think I had said at first that I was really kind of cutting it close for how much fabric I actually had. See, so I will go this way. So it means I have to keep cutting straight. First, I'm going to get rid of the excess in the bottom. I know you don't see me on camera right now, but I'm cutting the bottom. Hold on. Okay, so I finished cutting. So I'm just going to clamp this here so my fabric doesn't move. Just while I'm going to start gluing on one side and work my way. So I'm just going to go, actually not here, I'm just going to put another one down here. So again, I am fighting this COVID, for those of you who already know from pardon me, my last video. So far in the last video, I mean, I was pretty good at hiding the coughing. I would like pause and just take the sentence right after and the video doesn't cut. I don't have to do it in editing. So that was pretty cool. But sometimes if both my hands are busy, then I can't reach to pause. Okay, so I'm gonna put this fabric tack glue. So I'm just gonna put like so. And for those of you who will be like me and use the box of, a box from cookies, cereals, or in my case, ice cream num-nums, I recommend that you put the craft, colored side under your fabric, especially if your fabric is as light as mine. And you'll understand why. I will cover the inside once the fabric is all around it. I'm just trying to make sure there's no gulp of glue. Give me a second here. I'm just gonna make sure that this is pressed down. So yes, this, once the sides and the corners and everything is glued here, I cover this with a piece of beautiful digital paper. It could be another piece of fabric. I might do that as well. I don't know. But if I did, it would be a darker fabric. It could be the fabric that I wanted to use in the first place, but it needs to hide this. And in this case, as you know, this is very light colored. And I'm seeing that it wouldn't show. But anyways, sometimes some fabrics are more see-through, so you don't want to take the risk that, it's going to show. I'm just going to turn this around and we're going to do the middle part. Because I'm sick and I'm a little exhausted, I can't remember what this is called. The spine. Yay, spine. Remembered. The spine of your book. Okay. Yeah, the last video, I might be also confused. I've been making videos in little bunches because I'm so tired. And if I find that I'm out of breath, which happens with COVID, you do 2 sentences and you really feel out of breath, like I'm feeling right now, then I would stop the video and, continue at another moment. So I get confused on when I made them. I've missed work all week. That's not something I like. But at work, whether you want to or not, you talk constantly. The phone doesn't stop ringing. There's people at the door. And usually in the morning, I feel like, oh, yay, I feel great. This is going to be the day, I'm going to be good. And then around lunchtime, I start being, like right now, I'm dizzy. I'm more tired. And that's because I'm out of breath. So, anyways, I didn't want to talk about this again because in my other video where I make the cover, there's a big part where I talk only about that. So I do apologize. It's just that it's very present right now in my life, right? It's very intrusive. And I've been sick before with all other types, but you know what you have, you know what to expect, and you know it's going to go away. This COVID thing, I'm actually really, I'm kind of scared, actually, if I want to be honest. But I have to stay positive and think that, I'll be fine. So anyways, let's change subject. So as you can see, I did one part and the other, just to make sure that I don't miss anything or stretch the fabric in a way that it doesn't look good, So there we go. This is beautiful. I love it. So I'm going to keep going with the inside. My personal way of doing it is I do the corners first. Like so. There you go. And then I'll flap the rest. So I'll do 4 corners. by the way, if you don't have fabric tack, I've used this before and it worked fine. So don't worry about it. It's just that I have it and I almost never use it. And I thought, well, I have it. Why don't I use it? So I'm using it. And don't forget, the reason I'm using this is because I don't want a big patch of glue, because that will seep through and you'll see it on the fabric. And I'm trying to avoid that. I mean, here I kind of missed, but in the end it won't show too much. On the other side it didn't show at all. I think that's because this is a glossy side of the packaging. It might have something to do with it, or I didn't spread it out enough. Okay. What else? Well, I'm gonna just re-glue this. I feel that it's not really, I don't know, it's not gluing. Trying to avoid the blobs of glue, but sometimes, you know. Okay, so now we got this done. Oh yeah, this is nice. It's not like, it has little folds, but look, once you fold it as it's going to be, well then it doesn't show anymore. It's just when you open it, which is fun. You don't want it to stretch and start doing weird things, right? And with the leftovers here, maybe I'll do a pocket or a belly band. I'll see. Okay, let's see what this would look like. Just don't lose sight of where the edge of this page is. You can leave it this way if you want. If you fold it this way, you know, maybe it's better for you. But let's just see before I start gluing things. So, now of course, like as I've explained, the top and bottom, we won't see the black, because I am putting this gorgeousness. Oh my God, it's so fluffy. Oh, it's beautiful. And okay, so but first, let's see if I'm certain about this choice. Oh yeah. Oh, this is just gorgeous. I absolutely love it. I hope you do too. It's soft, but the black around it, I think, really adds and makes everything pop. So a little bit like these, I don't know if you've ever seen maybe the old photo albums. If they weren't on black paper, because a lot of them were, they had also black corners in which you would just slip the photo in each corner. I think that's absolutely gorgeousness. Okay, well, here goes nothing. I'm gonna glue this to that. I'm gonna use the other glue. This one is getting thick, or maybe this, the how would you call it, the dispenser, the tip is oh, hold on. Yeah, the tip I think is all gulked up. Okay, I'm gonna do it here. Okay, I saved you the boringness of watching me apply glue. I'm gonna get up because I don't get a second chance here. Actually, I do have other, but I don't want to make glue stains on black paper because it does tend to show. Oh my gosh, look at me go, dead center. Oh, see, oh, see this? No, let me get a piece of paper and water real quick. Unacceptable. There, that's gonna dry. It's just water. Okay, this however doesn't stick because what I'm putting was really thick, the whole picture itself. So I'm gonna help myself out with putting these. I'm gonna keep pressing down. I need more of the clips. Hold on, I feel like this moved, or maybe I wasn't so dead center. I'll just trim it because this looks really, really, really straight. I'm thinking maybe my cut of paper wasn't as straight as I thought. Maybe you don't see it, but I feel this is not, I don't know. I think this is larger than here. We'll see when I take these off. There we go. Let me see. Yeah, definitely. Or it's the image. Oh. See, it might be the image itself, and now that's what I'm kind of thinking. But we can see. And if it's the image, I might leave it, and with the fluff, it won't even show. So let me see here. The black paper is 4.5 and 1 line on the bottom. 4.5 and 1 line. So it must be the picture when I cut it. Let me see. 4 and 1, 2. Yeah. And here. Oh, definitely. No. Yeah, definitely. It's the image itself. So I can't really cut the black because it'll show. I could have taken it out. Now I'm gonna break something. You know what? I think sometimes we have to realize this is not made in an industry anywhere. In a, how do you say? I said industry, but company or some sort of machine. It's with our 2 little hands. So let's give ourselves a break. I am a perfectionist, and usually things like that will annoy me. Being a perfectionist, don't get me wrong, I don't think it's a great quality. Sometimes it can come in handy, but it also can block you from a lot of things. So I'm trying to let go of that and accept that things aren't perfect. Okay, enough philosophy or life lessons. Sorry about that. I had to take a sip and I had to cough real good. Get it out of my body for a second. Okay. Okay. See, that's the thing. At the office, I wouldn't be able to take a break and just like stop talking. If the phone rings, the phone's ringing. Okay, let me see once I put the fluff on the bottom. It doesn't mean we won't like kind of see it, but I think overall we can all like kind of forget about it. Oh yeah, you don't really see it. Now, the only thing is, I don't know, I wish this was live, you could give me your opinion. I don't know if the fluff part should be on the bottom. Oh, it's so soft. Or, like so, and leave the design, if you will, on the bottom. And as I'm telling you, I think the design should be in the bottom because it lets you see through some of the black. So that's how I'm going to put it. I just decided as I was asking you. See? Maybe we're not live, but maybe I can sense you. I can sense what your answer would be. Okay. I'm going to apply, again, fabric tack because this goes on fabric, so why not? And like I said, I have it. Might as well use it. Okay, I'm going to save you the boring part. Okay, I was going to save you the whole boring part, but I'm going to share a tiny bit because, by the way, brushing the glue like that, it's not only to avoid blobs of glue seeping through the fabric, especially in this case where it won't even show. Doesn't matter. However, and maybe you've experienced that as well, maybe it's all in my head, I think there's good reasoning behind it. More glue doesn't mean more adherence. I don't think so. I actually think sometimes it makes it less. And here's my little idea on that. Give me just a second because I want to make sure that this is centered everywhere and not wonky in any way, not diagonal. Yeah, the image underneath might not be perfect, but anyway, okay. So to keep going with what I was saying, while I'm trying to apply pressure everywhere here, give me a second. I will soon need another round of puffers. Okay. So I am thinking that when you put a lot of glue, it has thickness, right? And it's uneven. So here there might be a little more height, even if it's in nanomillimeters that we can't measure. And here then it creates a pocket. You know what I mean? Like if this is, I'm sure you know what I mean. I don't have to make a drawing. So it makes bumps, let's say, and in between the bumps there's air. I think that if you put too much glue and you don't spread it, it creates air pockets, giving it the opportunity later on to come undone. That's my own theory. Theory is the word I was looking for. That's my own theory. Doesn't mean it's true. That's what I'm thinking. Okay? So this I didn't put enough, or it dried before I put it down, which is also a possibility. So I'm just gonna try, and there you go. And I'm gonna hold it a few seconds, that's all. Now I think this is very thick. I might be crying when it's time to fill it. Because it means 2 signatures for sure, if not 3, and it means a lot of filling. And yeah, it means a lot of paper, and I'm low on coffee dyed paper. But you know what? I'll figure it out. And if I decide that this goes on Etsy, usually I decorate heavily. You get the journal, all you have to do is write in it, right? But this time I might sell it with pages mostly blank. I'm not talking about pockets and such, and there will be decorations on the page and such, but not necessarily a whole lot, because I think I will sell it with the intention that the person receiving them or purchasing this journal will get a bunch of ephemera. And like if I make pockets, of course I'll put the tags in, hello. But I'm thinking I'm gonna put a lot of all kinds of ephemera for them to play with it, for them to decide that they're gonna write today's story and glue something there, right? Because if this becomes an album about pictures for, you know, as an heirloom for your parents, grandparents, to give to your children's and such, well, maybe you'll want to put a picture, and then I don't know, let's say to make it vintage, you'll put a picture of someone, and then next to it you'll put this little note. You might stamp a little heart and then write the story, right? So I want to give the opportunity to the people to create their own decors on each page. I'll see. I might still decorate, and as usual I'll leave a lot of space for writing. So this so far is looking fabulous. Wow, I am so in love with it. So now I have to add the trim. This bothers me. It better not come undone. I don't think so. So I decided, as we just discussed, that I would go like so, with this part of the trim up. So this part here, because it kind of lets you see the black through. I think that's really, really nice. So that's what I am going to do. So it means I need about, let me get another clip to make sure before I cut. I rather trim, you know, a tiny bit of excess and then realizing, oh darn, I don't have enough. If I can suggest, fold your journal before you do this, because if you go like this, you can go a lot tighter, but then once you try and close it, it'll buckle. See, you don't want to do that. So just, you know, give yourself a little chance and some tiny bit of space for error, because it's easy to cut fluff that's coming out, but you can't really make it grow now, can you? Okay, I'm gonna cut mine right here, and I'm going to start gluing again with fabric tack. I sure hope you hear me. I can hear my voice getting lower and lower. I'm really pushing hard, and I'm glad that I have the opportunity to stop my sentence and pause and pick right up, and it's actually seamless. Yeah, I think that's the word. Because as soon as I have one hand off of this, like so, and you didn't see it, I just paused and took a sip. Okay, I'm gonna keep gluing. I could put the glue on this as well instead of trying to lining. No, I don't know. I don't trust that I'm gonna be. Maybe I'm too far, but I don't want to have my hands in the camera, and now I have to twist everything around. Hold on. Okay. There. Now I just don't see where I put the glue last. Oh, okay, right here. I think I can safely go here. Like so. And keep going. I'm going to use a clip. First I'm going to attempt the bend. Oh, did you see? Did you? I hope you can still see. Like so. So yes, I'm going to glue it while it is this way. And I'm going to glue the rest as well. Put another clip after. There we go. I might have lost my train of thoughts. Well, train of thought. Yeah. When I was talking. And, oh yeah, I think I ended up with enough life lessons or philosophy or something. Yeah, okay. No, I did finish the subject. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you, this illness of COVID is really, I don't know. I've tried to look, different kinds of symptoms, different people get different things. But I think they did mention like some sort of, not confusion, that's a little big, but yeah, I don't know. For lack of a better word, English being my second language, I hope you can kind of understand what I mean. It's like you're a little mixed up. You kind of, yeah, lose track of things. And it's been happening to me, so, or it's COVID or old age. I'm only 51, but still, that's my excuse and I'm sticking with it. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot I wasn't close and I think I was like here and playing there. Oh my goodness. I'll see in editing if I can fix that, but there. Okay, I have to say I am so in love with this. I'm going to do the second one since you saw how I did the first one. You don't need to see how I do the second one. I think you get it. And I'll be right back. Okay, so I forgot to tell you something. I will explain it to you in a minute. I looked at the images that I had. I love this with, I think those, I keep saying cotton. I don't know if it's cotton plant or something else. I can't find the other ones. Anyways, I think this is gorgeous, but it's a little dark. It makes competition, I find. I also got this, which is absolutely gorgeous. But it doesn't mean that there won't be paper like this in the journal pages, but for the inside cover, I feel no. And then I found this. It wasn't cut 2 seconds ago, but I think this is, let me see if I can make it in close up for you. See, it looks vintage already, and it is. And it's this creamy, rich color. And I will put this, I think, right there for a belly band right from the start of the journal. It's all so rich and luxurious. Oh, you want to eat it. But before that, and that's the part I forgot to tell you, you see how the other pages that I showed at first were full? I wouldn't recommend putting a full page because once you bend this and you bend that and then you sew your signatures in, the middle will become all wrinkly. It usually doesn't end up, like you can see it. But, if you can avoid it, why not? So the secret would be to add a piece of material right in the middle, where the creases are, just like so. And then we'll cut the images to fit. like so, that this is too long, I can see it, and a little too wide. And then nothing will show, because then you'll have your signatures sewed in. So even that little line right here, it's just gonna disappear in the overall look, because this will be right over there. You'll only see this, okay? I don't sew my journal because my journals because I don't really have a good sewing machine. I'm just gonna try and trim this so it's a little straighter. Okay, so we're gonna put glue again, and I'll be right back when it's done. Okay, so I glued the middle, okay, like so, see? Now we're gonna put these. So while I was waiting for this to glue, I just measured and made sure that I have the same sizes and where I want to put it, and I inked the edge with vintage photo, and now we're going to glue it to our surface. So I'm not sure which glue to use. I think I'll just use my regular white one in the middle, and maybe some more fabric tack on the edges since it's going to sit on the fabric. Why not? Makes sense to me. Actually, I could just put fabric glue everywhere. I don't think it's going to change much, but I don't know. It goes faster with this one. Okay. Now make sure to align it where you want it and that you're not in the crease, like so. And I am not. And I think I really like it. I'm gonna make sure it's not. Okay, I think this is pretty even. Yeah, I don't want to give out any secrets, but you have no idea how many times I have paused this video to catch my breath. The magic of making videos and editing and all kinds. Thank goodness for that pause button. Okay, oh my gosh, this is, oh, I'm in love. Okay, calm down, don't get out of breath. Okay, so this side, as I said before, I will probably add this as a belly band. I think it's beautiful, it's soft, and it's a great welcome to the beginning of a journal, right? Why not? Okay, I just had an idea as I was cutting these pieces. I was just gonna glue this just like we did on the other side, and then I thought, why not make a pocket at the bottom of this page with this fabric? So then I thought, well, how am I gonna do that so it doesn't look all patchy? Well, this is how. So I fold it like so, and it will be, how can I explain it? I'm gonna move this aside so I don't, so I'm gonna glue the folded part so it's a nice sharp edge right here, and then I'm gonna fold the fabric around the rest, and it will be seamless. Is that the word? So let me just do it and show you. I'm gonna put some glue, just a tiny bit here, just to make sure that the fold stays folded inside, you know, when you're gonna put paper and take it out over time. There you go. And of course we don't want this to be glued because that's our pocket opening. Okay, and then really all I want to do is put glue. What's gonna be the length? Just about, I'm gonna start right here on each side of the back. I didn't leave myself a whole lot of fabric, but I didn't have a whole lot of fabric left to begin with. So let's be honest with that there. Oh, there's glue all over my desk. Oh, the boom. Everything's moving. Hit the camera. Woohoo! Okay. Now it's a party. Okay. I'm going to flip this around. Try to avoid the glue everywhere. Just want to make sure. I'm going to go over here. I know you can't see, but my desk is filled with glue at the moment. I will come right back in a second. Okay, I put this underneath there so it wouldn't, you know, glue everywhere. And now I think the glue is dried here already. So let me apply some more to make the fold. Like so. I might need my clips again for a few seconds. Everything's falling. Gosh, you know, it's because I have so much stuff on my desk because of the renovations. I don't have my shelves nearby where I usually leave my things. And, you know, instead of getting up 25 times to reach for a paper cutter or whatever, I try and put as much around my desk. Well, that is not a success story right now. I should have left myself a tiny bit more of wiggle room. Ah! Hold on. We'll do it. It will work because I said so. I'm just gonna try and fold it. I'm gonna have to wash my hands after this. Holy tamale. Okay. Ooh. And another one. Yeah, I should have let myself a tiny bit more of wiggle room, but it doesn't matter because it will all work out. Oh, I like it. Like it. I'm gonna let this dry for a second and I'll be right back and show you the rest. Okay, I'm back and it's dry. And yeah, I took a break at the same time because it was getting a little difficult. Let me just clear this glue. Okay, so I kind of clean-ish the oh, I think my camera's dirty. Hold on. Sorry for the black. I should have paused. Okay. But I still put a paper because it's still damp. I'm gonna have to give it a good clean with a nice brush and product. It's wood, but I do it and it becomes really nice. Okay, so see how beautiful this is. Oh, I think this was a good idea. Now we'll be able to put all kinds of beautiful ephemera in there, and we'll load the pockets. Oh, it's gonna be magnificent. I'm so happy I thought of it before I glued it down. Woohoo! Yay me! Okay, I'm gonna put glue again on this. Okay, so now I put the glue. I'm just gonna put the clips where I can around the pocket because that's the thickest part, so I want to make sure it adheres very, very well. Ouch. Ow, that hurt. Okay, there. I'm gonna make sure to clamp this. There we go. That should do it. Maybe another one right here. Oh my gosh. I mean, I hope you like it as much as I do. This is gonna be beautiful. And then later I'm gonna put the belly band like we discussed, which is really just this, like so. And maybe if I have enough, I can put this on the trim of the pocket. Oh yes, that's exactly what we're going to do actually. Yes, we're gonna do it right now. Because this is just getting more luxurious and gorgeous by the minute. I will put a piece of paper. I don't think the glue would have seeped through, but just in case. We don't want to glue this shut, although it is 2 plies. I highly doubt that it would have closed shut, but let's not play with fire here. We're on a roll, and everything's beautiful and luxurious and fabulous, so we don't want to ruin it. Okay, I'm going to put the clamp right back here. Here I can't, but well, maybe just a little bit of weight. There you go. Okay, so while we wait for this to dry, let's move the whole thing this way. I'm just going to press a tiny bit more on it, like so. And we're going to put the belly band right away. Let me see. Oh my gosh. Okay. I didn't have to do anything. All I did was I cut a tiny bit of excess, I don't know, this. And it fit perfectly. So this was meant to be. There's no other way to think about it. It's just meant to be. There we go. Okay, so let me glue this. And I'm going to need one of these. Like so. Now this I do want to stretch. And the reason is because otherwise the belly band would be too loosey-goosey and everything would fall. So I will stretch it to as much, you know, as I can. Like so. And maybe this clip I can take and put it here while this dries. There. And I'm really gonna stretch it even more, actually, as much as I can, because like I said, it is fabric and it will be too loose. We don't want it too loose so that everything falls out of the belly band. And if I feel it's too loose, I'm just gonna glue it a little higher, and it shortens the belly band by what, you know, a centimeter. It's really not a big issue. See? Oh yes. Oh my goodness, yes. Perfect. Oh, that's gonna be beautiful. It had been so long since I had made a journal. I'm very happy. And all this because in the other video, now I say the other video, I really don't know which one I'm gonna post first, to tell you the truth, but I'm thinking I will post the front when I make the front cover. So let me see if this is, yeah, it's glued enough that I can leave it alone. I'm gonna leave this here. Do I need to though? No, it looks like it's really glued in well. I'm gonna leave these because this I just put. So the last bit that I think we will do today is, why does this look like it's a little, you know, like not straight? There, I'm gonna leave that there too. Perfect. Okay, so the only thing we are going to do today to finish this part, because we're already 44 minutes in, not that I'm timed or anything, but I figure after taking an hour of your time or so, it's enough. I will put book corners. Now, do I go with these just like so? These are nice, but these are more to frame a picture or something flat. This is too fluffy. These I think are too small. Maybe not, I don't know. Yeah, okay, well, decision made easily. Because of all the thickness involved, it will be those ones. And that will secure the corners. Yeah, I like that. I don't have to, obviously. I really love those though. It's a shame, huh? No, it's not a book corner, so let's not dream. There. Oops. There we go. So I'm gonna show you my trick to putting these. It's very easy. Sometimes it comes out perfect, sometimes it doesn't. But like anything else, you gotta let it go. Okay, I'm gonna put you in a little close-up, like so. And I feel it secures everything else, like the paper, whoops, the paper corner right here, or in this case, this pocket we made, and we're sure this way that everything will stay put. So let me take a sip. Oh my gosh, that feels good. Oh, I'm so dehydrated. I've never been dehydrated like this. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna put some glue. Usually I try and put the glue in here. Just a tiny bit. Not much, just to say there's a tiny dab of glue. Not too much. There we go. And then I put it here. And don't go clamping super fast, super strong right away, because these will open. And they might still, even when you're careful, but there's a little bit less of a chance of it doing that if you do it slowly. So I'm sorry if I'm moving a lot on you. I'm sorry. Okay, this is in my way. There. Okay. So what I do is I clamp not quite at the tip, not quite in the middle, a tiny bit. Then I go around. Then I switch. And then I do tiny bit here, tiny bit there. Then I switch again, making sure that the corner doesn't split open. You can also look inside and see what everything looks like. So tiny bit here, tiny bit. I really go super slow. I don't rush it. Like really low pressure, tiny, go back, go back, go back, until I feel it is secure enough that it won't come off. But see, it's still moving, but once it's glued, it will stop. And you can't, how can I say it? Again, sometimes you have to let go of perfection, because this, let's not forget, this is a box of ice cream num-nums. And that's all it is underneath, right? So the more you press, eventually, I mean, it's going to be so thin, it's going to ruin the whole look. So you have to kind of have a feel for it. I don't know. I know it's not super clear. But in other words, take your time. See how much time I took just for one? Yeah, it takes time, but look. It looks fabulous. It's not folded weirdly. I didn't change the shape of it. And now, these corners are protected. And I know this book will be solid. My goodness, I'm in love with my own work. Which is a good thing. See? So that's exactly how you must do it. So I will do the other ones and I'll be right back. And I'm back. So I put the book corners on all the other corners. As you can see, this might need a tiny bit of, hold on. Just want to make sure. That's where the glue also comes in handy, because it will help adhere the whole thing over time. Just gonna close this a tiny bit more. There. Yeah, with time it will, I don't know how much of it actually contributes, or is it just the pressing on the corners that help. But I've always put glue on mine just for an extra, adherence. So here it is. I hope you think it's beautiful, because I actually really love it. It's soft, like, oh my goodness, is it ever. And here it's shiny, and the black really makes everything pop. And here, when we do the stitching of the signatures, I will add another piece of this fabric over the stitching, and you won't see anything and will look fabulous. And I will put another picture here. I just don't know which one. It's going to go with the theme we've decided to go with. And here we have our belly band. Oops, this came undone, see? So it's because I took the clips out too early, and I know this. They were in my way, so I'll let them dry. That's not a big problem. This one already dried. And then we have this pocket, which looks like it was built in. And once we put our signatures, this will be a really beautiful quite chunky journal. I hope you come along for the ride as we fill this journal up. So I think the next time or the next, not necessarily the next video, but the next time I post a video about this journal, we will be putting the signatures and we'll start to decorate. So I hope you've enjoyed today's session. I hope you've learned something. I hope that by seeing how I do it, you realize that you don't have to have a sewing machine to do a beautiful, sturdy journal. And if you ever, of course, need to rewind and play, go right ahead. Maybe I jumped a few things. I don't know. I think I've explained everything pretty well. Now, of course, these won't be there. I'm just trying to make sure the belly band stays glued in properly. So the next time we see each other, we will do that. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Again, as always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being a part of my group, I like to call you now. And to each and every one of you, I give a big hug from a distance. I hope you're happy and healthy. And I'll say, see you soon. Bye. Bye-bye.